Hey YouTubers, and welcome to my channel. I'm Jay, and I wanted to do a video on the subject of spiritual climate and energetic imprints. And I'm doing this video because I'm traveling, and it just is something that I thought would be an interesting topic to discuss, and that is how each place, and many other things other than places, hold an energetic imprint and create a spiritual climate. So, cities hold certain energetic imprints based on events that have happened there, um, anything, articles of clothing, uh, um, anything that belong to a person. All of these things hold energy. They hold the energetic imprint that carries kind of the spiritual DNA of a thing. And there are a couple of reasons why it's important to understand spiritual climate and energetic imprints. One, because it helps you to understand, especially if you're a sensitive person, what you're walking into, or it helps you to make sense of what you're experiencing or feeling. It also can give you an idea of what needs to be done in order to affect change in that environment. So, for example, I once was in Louisiana, and I stayed the night in a hotel in Louisiana, and that night I dreamed of being underwater because part of the spiritual climate in the city that I was staying in, it had maybe some years ago, a major hurricane hit and left that part of the city inundated and underwater. And so, on a spiritual level, that energetic imprint is there. And so, if you are a sensitive person, sometimes you will maybe feel the energy that was left in that time in that space. And now, when that happens and you're not kind of sure, what the history is, you might be a little confused. But because I understood what the history is, I was able to understand why I was having the dream that I had. But you can also experience the spiritual climate in positive ways. If you have a prayer garden, for example, or you have a place where you spend a lot of time in prayer or meditation, if someone enters into that space, they will be able to feel that energetic imprint. You've created a spiritual climate with your prayer. And so someone who's sensitive enough will be able to feel that energetic imprint. So there are a lot of things that leave energetic imprints. Emotions, very strong emotions, will leave an energetic imprint. Anything that carries life force, like I said, prayer, meditation, because that's coming from within you. That's part of your breath. That's leaving an energetic imprint. Your thoughts obviously are creating, and that's leaving an energetic imprint. Blood, which carries life force, leaves an energetic imprint. So sometimes if you are very sensitive and you come into a place where, and you can maybe see this, I think there have been shows that kind of show people entering into space and they're able to tell you what happened in that space. It's because they're picking up on the energetic imprint. And it doesn't matter whether that happened a long time ago or it happened recently, because they're picking up on the energetic imprint that supersedes time and space, but they're able to feel what happened, especially in that space, even if it was a long time ago. So the reason why it's important to understand the spiritual climate, like I said, and the energetic imprints, is not only to be conscious of what energetic imprints you're leaving, but also, when you want to affect a change of some sort, to know what it is that you are really up against. And some might replace the word energy with spirit. So, for example, if you know that you are entering into a space where there's a great I don't know, sense of unbelief or skepticism, and your goal is to try to persuade or um, um, help someone in a certain way, you're you may be met with a lot more obstacle, and you may not be able to affect change in that environment because of the disbelief. And you can see this in the Bible where, Jesus would maybe put people out of a room because that negativity or that skepticism is hindering the faith or the miracle that's trying to be born. So there are a lot of things that are operating in that space that can affect the work that needs to be done or the change that wants to occur. So, just give me a second. So, I'm with family. So anyway, I just wanted to give kind of an overview of what spiritual climate is and what it means to leave an energetic imprint. And there's all kinds of ways that you can find out what kind of spiritual climate you're entering into. And maybe you want to know what the history of your particular city is. And that can help you understand some of the things that might be a spiritual obstacle for you in entering into that city. Or you can, just to understand some of the benefits that you're going to be, walking into as well. So hopefully that was helpful for you, and this is just my overview of spiritual climate and energetic imprints.